Yes, I know. Thank you.
I like the idea of use the OTA loading, you know,
Yeah.
over the air.
I haven't gotten that far yet, but yeah, that's.
Nice.
In fact, I haven't gotten very far with that at all yet. Here's art.
And just a AAA battery, just that is the power. It has an DC-DC converter or something.
You hear us, Art?
I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Nope. We can't hear you at all.
So did you move the camera? Because
Yes, I'm sure.
I didn't move the camera. I didn't touch anything.
My camera looking at him, I'm moving it now in a minute.
okay.
I didn't do nothing.
Is it standard AAA or is it?
No, it's one of those 14.
Okay,
500.
okay, it's a lithium. Okay,
So it's a
it's the same size. I mean, you can put a AA here.
it's pretty darn close.
Let me in, Leroy.
Let you in. Okay.
I gotta mute myself. It'll go crazy. But
It's pretty darn close. It's not exactly.
I got it.
It's I think it's just a hair. I think it's just a hair
Different.
bigger. Yeah.
Okay, because if not, it would be a problem. You mismatch it then.
Yeah, because I think I tried to stick a regular AA in there, and it
You have
did.
half of
well, yeah,
one
well,
third of the power.
well, that too, but it didn't quite fit. Maybe the AA is a little bit bigger.
It's okay.
One of them was a little bit bigger, but just a hair, just enough to be a.
I don't know why they put the plastic stuff far from the border, because it's designed to cover
Yeah,
the
well,
gears, you know.
it is what
They put that bars.
Ray hasn't shown up yet. I don't know if he's going to.
Jim, I have some chocolates. One.
No, I better stay away from that. You hadn't got a big enough bag for me. That's good stuff. That's the good stuff there.
Steve,
He's bringing Ghirardelli chocolate in here.
I don't ask Leroy.
Expect him to go home with some.
This is the darkest one. I like this.
No, that's milk chocolate. That's the dark chocolate. No,
Yeah.
I'm not a big fan of that.
Which
The
one's
caramel ones? Oh, those are.
the cacao is dark chocolate?
Yeah.
Dark.
And there's dark mint chocolate too. That one is
Leroy
really-
ate all the
I hate the
all the
mint
mints.
chocolate. Oh, there's Ray. Of course. I don't know what we're using. Everybody here? Everybody ready?
After Tay hung up the phone, he sat down and created a demanding practice schedule for them. Luke was right. Together they could challenge each other to do better. With this plan, Tay knew they could stay friends.
What? Who's talking?
All right.
Let me turn my audio off.
How does Tay feel?
That was Ray. Ray was making all that noise. So, yeah, this little robot came from Adaptic, and it was designed to use the original microbit, BBC microbit. And I don't know what program is on this right now.
Run away.
Oh, I bet it's trying to do, so the BBC microbit was meant to program with like, I don't know what that is. It's like a Scratch-like
Scratch, yeah, something.
language. And somebody wrote a board core for the Arduino IDE, so I program it with the Arduino. But for whatever reason, it doesn't like the NeoPixels through the Arduino. So I bet I was trying to mess with NeoPixels with that because it's not doing anything else. Anyway, a while ago, Banana Pi came up with the Banana Pi bit, which is an ESP32 based microcontroller that pretty much has all the same features as the BBC Micro. And instead of a weird LED matrix, which is hard to see, there's a weird LED matrix. It uses a NeoPixel LED matrix. So you get full color and the whole 9 yards. It is probably, they claim that it's, what was the claim? 94% compatible. So there's going to be a few things that it doesn't like. And I have already found a couple of things with this that it doesn't really like. But since it's an ESP32, it is fully compatible with the Arduino IDE. And since it's mostly compatible with microbit, it was easy enough to get it to do something. Hey, stop it.
Is sensing something or?
No, that's just a drive.
Sensing?
That's just a drive thing. Just to prove that it can.
So is it autonomous?
Right now, it's just driving around to prove that it can do it.
Well,
So you don't control it remotely?
Right now, no. But all I would have to do is reprogram the thing with a website or something. There it goes. Bye.
Why did it back up?
Because it's programmed to go forward, back up, and then
It doesn't see anything. Okay.
spin around. No, the thing that it was having a problem with are these LDR sensors. It's not reading those right, but it can read the infrared ones correctly. It can read the bottom infrared ones correctly. It can play the music. It can actually flash all the LEDs. All the LEDs, there's like 40 of them plus the 25 on board. So it's a good upgrade, even though it can't read the light sensors. Who cares? That's my toy. And it's just a toy, it's just a plaything. I've just proved that I can make it do something. It uses a 14500 LiPo battery that seems to be pretty decent. So pretty low power. Of course, I'm not using the Wi-Fi or anything either, so I don't know. But the battery, you can see it says it's a full charge.
I really like the NeoPixels everywhere around.
Do what?
It's full of
Yeah, there's
NeoPixels.
You can put on lots and it only costs.
I don't like them.
you don't like them?
They distract me from what I want to do. They're
NeoPixels.
shiny,
They're shiny.
bright colors.
That's really about it. I don't have my login, so I can't download any more of the software because I didn't do this on the laptop. I did it at home. on the desktop and I didn't transfer the software. Otherwise, we could play with more
It
programs.
has too much hardware, too much stuff in the board.
You're saving the programs and all that to the cloud.
I am, but I don't have my password with me. I didn't bring my password. I don't know what my password is.
This is like throwing away something. This is like
And-
saving.
And the other, the program that I was using to get around the password now says that I need a commercial license to do it. And I'm like, I'm not paying to get around my password. I'll just give my password. It's at home. I know where it is. It's just not here. But that's my funness, I guess.
You got anything you want to show, Steve?
I got a different laptop. It's a 7440.
This time Windows.
It's a- That's fine. It had Windows on it at 330, but by 345, it had Mint on it.
Some reason.
It's a 4th gen or 5th gen i7, dual core, quad thread. It's a cool toy.
Did you make it dual boot or did you just get rid of Windows
Oh, I just
altogether?
like Windows. Why? I don't need that aggravation. Oh, the mouse moved. Time to do an update. I have been dealing with Windows updates at work. We have network printers. Now we don't have network printers. There has been so much stuff going on with Microsoft for the last 3 months over their print nightmare stuff.
Can't you roll the updates back?
Well, yeah, but then they reinstall themselves.
Yeah, you used to be able to tell it not to install.
Yeah, you go into compatibility mode or something like that.
Yeah, we've got 150 desktops
Ooh,
and
okay.
servers.
No problem.
And
And Microsoft's thing is, so apparently there's a problem with version 3 print drivers, and Microsoft makes it so that you need to put in an administrator password to install it. Well, you need to do that about once a week. It just keeps re-asking over and over and over. And their thing is to push out a group policy that just turns off that. So you're back to where you were before Print Nightmare. And I don't know, I give up.
You can't set up a print server on Linux?
Yeah, I have one, but because the Linux boxes don't authenticate to Windows, I can't share them to the Windows world,
Oh, wow.
meaning the boxes to the network. And there's a couple of reasons I don't want to do that. All my Linux boxes print perfectly. I'm there as the Linux admin. I just do the Windows stuff when I don't have an option.
So you haven't done someone dumb enough to take the Windows side? I mean, and that likes Windows?
Leroy,
Not
those
yet.
are custom colors or from the IDE? Or are the new colors?
that ID is really old.
How they look in the TV? maybe less green or color is
No,
different.
I didn't change them or anything.
Okay. It looks different than mine. Demo real.
It must be the TV.
Yeah, that's.
It must be the TV. Are you gonna work? Are you going? Error compiling. What do you mean error compiling? Oh, of course it, no. Why did it? Why did it error compile? Maybe even after I tried to do this, maybe it's not going to work. Sooner or later, I really need to upgrade the IDE on this laptop.
What version you running with?
This laptop's 1.8.9.
I think I have the same. I don't. I'm not happy.
I think the current one is 1.8.13, isn't it?
1.5.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, I better update mine.
Yeah,
1.5,
I think
huh?
the one I think the my desktop at home is 1.3.
Wait, are you talking, I'm sorry.
And that's running what? Windows or Linux or?
Linux.
Hmm,
Arduino itself, what I just installed is
15, right?
I'm not sure. Arduino 2, 1.0.5.
Oh, the two is.
It's 16 now. It's 1.8.16.
You are close.
So they're so they must have just released another one.
oh, yeah. It is 1.8.16.
Yeah. So if you're using 2, you're using kind of like the beta
Okay,
version
Yeah.
of it, which is supposed to improve a lot of things, but 1.8.16, that's good. And it's not downloading the board cores. Okay, I can't upload anything to this because apparently it's out of date so much that I need to fix it. I was going to try to, I was actually going to try to put something else on there and see it do something else, but apparently my version of IDE is so out of date that I need to fix it. But I think I'm using, I think I'm using 13 at home, so I'm out of date at home too.
Got close to the last one.
Yeah.
Yeah, we see you, Ray.
He's out there showing off the
Yeah.
beach and the ocean.
He's roughing it down there, yeah.
Pretty nice sized combers coming in there.
Okay, while you're doing that, this is my toy that I brought in. Oh, you can't see it. He's doing that.
He can see it. You just can't see him.
Oh, okay. This is that's a motorcycle headlight, LED headlight.
Yeah.
It's LED, and there is the circuit board for it.
The bicycle headlight?
Yep, that's a motorcycle headlight. And the little yellow thing right in the middle is the LED. This thing draws about 0.800 milliamps, and it is very nice. I use it to light up my camera viewing area for the cars that go by. And this is about good. This is not quite enough to get enough light on them where I can see them nice at night. But it was better than nothing. I could tell if the car was a color car, I could tell it was a color car and that sort of stuff. But it's amazing. Now they have the problem with this one is that some of the difficulties you have is this is a 3 mode one: bright, dim, and blink. And if you turn it off and turn it back on, it switches to the next mode.
Okay.
So when I turn it off and back on, sometimes it would end up in the blink mode. So I had it on a IoT hockey puck. And so I had to play with that, program it to do 3 off and on cycles a day to make sure it was on high beam. I still have another one of these that's working, but it's amazing. This is a Cree U2. Amazing.
Now, is this 12 volt?
Yep, 12 volt, made for a motorcycle. See the handlebar clip there?
Yep.
And
What's the wavelength or spread of wavelengths?
it's I think it's like 5,000 K. That's pretty high, but okay.
Oh, okay.
Get
So
that.
it's not a single wavelength. It's a broad band.
Yeah.
In theory, it's white.
Theoretically white, yeah.
Yeah, well,
It's
they just blend the phosphors to do that.
Does it show up as like warm yellow, cool blue? Yeah.
it's 5,000. You know what 5,000 is? That's pretty dang bright.
Yeah, that's
No. 5K.
Blue, it's not too bad, not too blue. 6,000 would be terrible. We've seen 6,000. 5,000 that's okay. You can tell the colors still.
It's like a lunar view to white.
So now I've gone to a new one that's I'm using the fog lights for motorcycles, and they don't change modes. They're the same brightness. And the great thing about these things is these are really a spotlight. You get out 100 feet and you got like a 12-foot circle that's highlighted, which is really great because you're going to get much more light than you would with a regular bulb.
You have a lens for that?
Yeah, it has a plastic lens.
Okay. Huge.
Can you imagine since that doesn't work, can you imagine all the neat things we could do with that?
These are amazing, and the new ones don't have the lens, but they still focus pretty good. The fog lamps, they still focus pretty good. They've got
Maybe the LEDs had
the new ones have 4 LEDs,
okay.
and
But
they're
each
focused.
LED has a small dome. Or
They really don't have a dome. I can't see a dome.
That one's got a small dome.
Yeah, maybe there's a dome on the light, but they're interesting. It looks like they have they're 4 individual lamps.
almost an amp, right?
That
Almost an amp of energy.
yeah, that's
0.8.
800 mil.
0.8.
Yeah, it looks
Does it
like
get pretty warm?
that's an aluminum case, and not really. I've never noticed it being warm at all. Yeah, you have to realize, that's like a 10 watt Okay, that's supposed to be 10 watts.
Yeah.
Okay.
12 by
Yeah,
0.08.
supposedly.
Yeah.
But, you know, they sell a bicycle one that's 30 watts and 30 watts. Steve said he had a 30 watt. That would kill you. That'd blind you. If it's focused at all.
It was.
Yeah. But the new one doesn't, it may have lenses on the LED itself, but it really doesn't have it. It looks like they have a sleeve, a little tiny sleeve around it. You see the LED and it looks like a sleeve around it. I'll bring one of those in. I had one of those blow up on me already. One of them came in bad. It didn't have full light output, and then 2 of the lamps went out. So now I've ordered more of them, and they're about 1 amp, okay? And they have 5 LEDs in it.
All right.
Yeah.
About how expensive are they, Jim?
These, the ones I just got, the fog lights were 2 for $5,
Really?
including shipping.
Wow, that's cheap.
I don't know if you can,
That is incredible.
I don't know if you can see in there real well or not, Art, but
Oh, yeah, I see it.
you can see the heat conductor, what do they call that?
Heat sink compound.
The compound
And,
coming out
DC,
underneath it.
DC,
So it must get hot.
DC converter.
Yeah. They've
Yep.
got the thermal
Thermal paste.
thermal goop that you put underneath the CPU when you put it in the motherboard.
You can see it coming out around the screw too. So it must get hot, or at least
If it gets good coupling to that aluminum shell, that's a pretty good radiator. So
They sell them with a plastic shell too. In fact, I think I have one with a plastic shell.
it looks to me like on the backside, which I doubt you can see, it doesn't really look like it's screwed in there real well. So they're using
It's screwed into a metal plate.
like sheet metal screws to do it.
Yeah, and it's
Yeah.
screwed into a metal plate. There's a metal plate behind it. I thought it'd be hollow behind it. No,
No,
it's screwed
there's a
into a
metal
metal
plate.
plate. Yeah.
It's not. It's
do you
interesting.
know who makes the LEDs?
It's a CREE brand, the board and the LED. Let's see, I had the number for it. If you do look for CREE and do a YouTube,
Oh, it's a Cree.
yeah,
Okay. They're headquartered in North Carolina, I think, if I'm not badly mistaken.
Hey Ray, go to North Carolina and get some
Yeah.
of these things.
Well, I
Sure, I can
had-
stop on my way, save you that shipping problem.
A few years ago, they had a facility in the Bay Area, and I had a couple of students in one of my classes that were Cree employees. But they moved out of the Bay Area. It's too expensive to do manufacturing there.
yeah.
They moved to North Carolina, I think. It's my recollection, at least.
Zero.
Yeah.
What's your email address?
LF Miller 27 at Gmail. You should know that, Steve. You've emailed me before.
Our announcements are working tonight, but we're closing at 7 o'clock.
Oh, sorry, we missed.
We're missing it.
You're coming, huh? Just in there.
Yeah, we're normally out of here. Oh, thanks.
Okay, guys. Bye.
Take
Wait
it.
a minute,
Bye,
you
see
guys,
you next
you
week, or
didn't
maybe
post
not.
no blinking the lights? Wow.
Oh, we got called by the library girl, came by and got us.
Yep, we gotta go.
We busted.
Bye-bye.
We got busted, man.